He's Executive Director of the aid organisation Save the Children in Thailand. He joins me now also from Bangkok. Well, good to see you. What have the last 24 hours been like for you and your organisation since the quake?
It's been a bit hectic, but basically, our teams are working on the ground very quickly. So we're trying to assess the impact. We're focusing on the poor and the migrant communities in Bangkok, around Bangkok, also in Chiang Mai. They live usually in overcrowded places. So we're assessing, the impact on their livelihoods. Their access to services has also been disrupted. Many of the hospitals in Bangkok have seen, have had to evacuate patients. They can now slowly start to go back in. We're also evaluating the impact on the refugee communities, where we run the education services for around 28,000 children, mostly from Myanmar. So at this stage, it's still very much trying to understand what the needs are and how we can support.
As part of that assessment, Will, we know of a major building collapse where the search continues. How many families do we know in other parts of the city in Bangkok where you are unable simply to stay inside their homes as a result of what happened?
So the numbers are still unclear, but basically we're working with migrant community support groups to make that assessment as soon as possible. And, some of them are in temporary shelters, so we also need to make sure that the children are safe, that their mental health is okay. And if the disruption lasts for longer, we'll be looking at also ensuring that they have access to continuous learning opportunities, because we don't want them to be, out of that for too long.
Yeah, you talk a little bit about the basic needs here. What is your organisation specifically doing to help at this early stage? What can be done at this point?
So ensuring that, families have a safe place to stay. So if they don't have proper shelter, ensuring that, they can stay with relatives or in a safe space where they will have access to food, to toilets, to basic hygiene items, for instance. And then we'll make sure that they can play, because, the mental health impact, again, will be great. So they need to be able to kind of express what they've felt. And, in Bangkok, it was very impressive. So I think a lot of people are still in shock.
Will we hear from the Myanmar side that the government there have reached out to ask for support? Is support from the outside needed, or can the country cope in Thailand, where I guess we're talking about now, can they cope with what they've got on their plate, and organisations like you at this point?
Unfortunately, it's never enough. And the problem is that, some of these communities already had needs before the earthquake. And so, we always need more support. I think, the government is doing a great job to try to help as much as possible. But some of those communities are maybe hard to reach, especially for the refugees on the border. So there's always need for support. Yeah.
Will Rachou from Save the Children in Thailand. Thanks so much.
Thank you.